The wise say that money can't buy you happiness, and while that may be true, lack of it can cause you a lot of misery. But so does unwisely spending the money you have. If you keep blowing away the money you make in the name of YOLO, you'll find yourself in a very bad situation when you're older and have nothing to retire on. But worry not. We have a solution that can help you start being a smart spender. With these tips, you're well on your way to financial freedom, as long as you watch till the end and implement what you have learned. You might not want to hear number 2, but we promise that it will help your health and wallet. Hey everybody, welcome to Frugal Facts. Today we're going to go over the 10 tips on how to stop spending money. Make sure to watch until number 1, because it's one of the most amazing saving tips I've ever seen. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can help you with saving tips regularly. Now let's get straight into the video. Number 10. Set realistic goals. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible, said Tony Robbins. Setting your goals launches you into action. This is because you have turned a thought or a visualization into action, a doable thing. When you set a realistic goal, you're in a position to execute it, and even when you don't meet it, you have challenged yourself to get there, which makes you several steps up from where you were before you set the goal. For example, an unrealistic goal is saying, I'll save $1 million in a year, when you can hardly afford to save $1,000 in a month. A realistic goal, on the other hand, is one that you can strive to reach. For example, if you set to save $10,000 in a year, you can save more than the $500 you save in a month. To save $10,000 in 12 months, you need to put away $833.33 every month. So, from your monthly savings of $500, you can add $350, and you'll have met your yearly goal. There are ways you can cut your spending to get you that extra money to save. Our next tip is one of the many things you can do to stop spending. Number 9. Avoid impulse purchases. Just because an item is on sale doesn't mean you have to have it. You spend money you weren't planning on spending, which puts your budget in a bad place. For example, you go to the store and find that a 3-piece cutting board is going for $21, but if you buy a 6-piece, you get it at $38. Sure, you'll save $4, because 2 3-piece sets would have cost you $42. But the question is, do you need 6 cutting boards? Buying things on sale causes you to spend more upfront, which is a bad decision if it is not something you'll use soon. Another scenario, you go to the mall with your friends and you see a nice shirt selling at $125 and you buy it. When you get home, you realize that you have nothing to match it with. You keep it in the closet and forget about it. That is $125 sitting idle in your closet. You could have paid a good chunk of debt with that money. Impulse buying can cost you a lot, and avoiding it is one great way to stop spending your money. Number 8. Practice a spending freeze. A spending freeze is a situation where you decide not to spend a dime outside of essential needs. These essentials include rent, utilities, and food. A survey done on how much Americans pay for cable revealed that 9.5% pay upwards of $150 per month. In a year, they spend $1,800. That is a huge amount of money to spend on entertainment. That is why most people are opting for other streaming services such as Netflix, which costs less than $20 per month. Besides home entertainment, you can freeze spending on clothes, fast food, subscriptions, etc. You find that you save so much money when you're not using it. For example, studies show that households that bring in a yearly income of $64,000 spend $2,240 on clothes per year. Breaking that down to monthly expenditure comes to $186.66. You don't need to fill your closet with clothes you may never wear. You can freeze your spending for however long you like, but we recommend starting small and building up to it. Start with a weekend of no spending, then upgrade to a week, and so on. In a month, you'll have saved enough money to put into your emergency fund in one go. Number 7. Delay the purchase. Waiting purchases out could save you thousands of dollars. For example, you go to Walmart to buy a bedside table. Next to it, there is a nice desk table with a comfortable looking seat. You test out the desk and even swing around in the chair to test comfortability. The price tag isn't that insane either. It is only $110 for the set. You're tempted to take it, but that wasn't the initial plan when you came into the store. Solution? Buy the bedside table you came for and get out of there. Go back home, sleep on the $110 purchase for a couple of days, and if you can't think of anything else but that desk, go back to Walmart and buy it. But more often than not, you find that you don't need it that bad. You already have a desk at home, and even though it has scratches and blotches, as long as it doesn't topple over while you're in the middle of a Zoom meeting with your team, it can serve you for another day. If your seat doesn't hurt you, it can also serve you for a while. you've avoided that buy. Number 6. Hide your credit and debit cards. We all have a love-hate relationship with plastic. We love it when we're swiping it in stores, theaters, stadiums, and grocery stores. When it comes to paying what we owe, it is a fight, which we can almost never win. Carrying your credit card can cause you to spend unnecessarily, and to avoid that, hide them in a place that is not readily accessible to you. It could be in a safe that has a crazy set of combinations, or giving your cards to someone you trust for safekeeping. When you don't have the cards readily available, you can't be tempted to spend, and you can use the cash you have until you have nothing left. When you run out of cash, you can use your card to withdraw some more, then repeat the same pattern. Looking for ATMs that have no withdrawal fees also helps you stop spending money. If the temptation is too much, you can always cut up your cards and throw them into a literal trash can. Out of sight, out of mind, right? What do you do to make sure you don't go overboard with your cards? Let us know in the comment section below. Number 5. Do it yourself. We're not saying you should go up a transformer and try fixing live wires. That will only bring you closer to meeting your maker. What we mean is doing things such as changing a tire, fixing a leaky faucet, mowing your lawn, trimming your fence, etc., and doing it all yourself. Getting a plumber to fix your pipes for you may cost up to $100. The average cost of a plumber is $45 per hour. If your pipes are really bad and have to be replaced and everything, it might take up to 5 hours, which means you'd have to part with $225. Mowing a lawn can cost between $25 to $60, depending on how professionally you want it done. Doing these things yourself can help you stop spending money. Imagine trimming your hedges while having lighthearted conversations with your old neighbor on the other side of the fence. You'd be finished in no time at no cost at all. It does not only help you stop spending money, but also gives you the skill you need to earn from it. If someone wants their wood chipper operated, you can earn from that when you have the skills. Skills never go to waste. As long as we're using them, we get better at them. What DIY skills do you have, and how have they helped you? We'd love to hear your opinion in the comment section. Number 4. Calculate cost in terms of time. If you calculate the item you want to spend money on in terms of time, it may deter you from spending that money. The question you can ask yourself is the item worth the time I spent making that money? If your answer is yes, go ahead and make the purchase. For example, a pair of Champion RF mid boots cost $128.88 on Amazon. If you work for $12 an hour, you'd have to work for 10.5 hours. Is the purchase worth your time? Benjamin Franklin said, "Time is money. If you lose it, you can't recover it." When you think of your money in terms of time, there are many things you'd stop spending your money on. You find that you feel the pain of working hard only to spend your money on things that don't deserve your time and labor. Number 3. Consider downsizing. If you're using more than 1/3 of your salary to pay rent, it is time to think of moving to a cheaper house. Though everyone's situation may be different, it is a rule of thumb to spend 30% on your rent plus utilities, which means your rent should be lower than 30%. If you're paying more than that, you're overspending money that can be put towards other projects such as investments. For example, if your monthly income is $5,000 and your rent is $2,200, you should seriously consider moving to a cheaper house. You can find cheaper houses within your locale that have all the amenities that your current place does. You have to do a little legwork, but it is possible. Alternatively, you can forego some amenities, such as a complex gym, a rooftop swimming pool, etc. Consider going to a public swimming pool or the beach if you live in a coastal area. If that is not an option, you may want to rent out the room you're not using. Having a roommate can help you save several $100. It is also nice to have someone to talk to. Just make sure you vet them before you invite a bad seed to germinate in your house. Number 2. Avoid dining out. No doubt, eating out or ordering takeout is fun. You haven't slaved over a stove and you don't have to clean any dishes or wipe down the sink and countertop. You just have to unwrap your food, eat it, and throw the wrappers or the disposable bowls into the trash. But that is the beauty of eating out. The not so beautiful side of it is the cost. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are over 650,000 eating and drinking establishments in the United States. This goes on to show how much people love to eat out, but eating out can be expensive. You can get a burger for $5 or fine dining, which, according to Business Insider, can cost up to $88 per person, without included tax. You can occasionally splurge on a nice meal, but making it a habit to eat out can eat into your budget. For example, if you love Applebee's, you spend around $12 for a meal. If you are a regular and visit it 4 times a week, you spend $48. That is $2,496 in a year. That is not including the other days you don't eat out. To stop spending your money, Say adios to $5 coffees and $6 burgers. Eat home-cooked food loaded with healthy nutrients for your body and financial benefits for your wallet. Number 1. Track your spending. Tracking your spending allows you to know how you're using your money, which helps you identify a financially destructive habit. Some ways you can track your spending include using an expense tracking calculator. This comes in handy and it is simple to use. Checking your account daily to find out how much money is being spent. Transfer, withdrawal, and transaction fees can add up, and not knowing how they are being deducted puts you at a disadvantage. Classifying your expenses. This helps you figure out what you need to do away with, such as subscriptions you no longer need. You can do this by using the envelope system, whereby you put money for different uses in separate envelopes. For example, money for gas should not be mixed with money for groceries. It helps you identify areas that you're spending more on, so you can find ways to cut back on them. You find that you stop wasting money when you track your spending. Don't wait until you receive your next paycheck to access your account. Start tracking your spending today and stay on top of your finances. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and remember to like this video and let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of saving money tips and much more. Check out this playlist of my top 10 videos of saving money tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.